kid who swings a golf club like a dream. I'd like to try to qualify him for the U.S. Amateurs.
Coming to Apple TV Plus.
What's your name?
I'm not into older guys, but I'm flattered.
A new comedy series, Stick.
I don't want to go on this trip.
Your mouth's saying one thing, but those eyes are saying something else.
From the home of Ted Lasso.
This is your shot at redemption? This is your mulligan?
Owen Wilson.
This game takes and it takes. The game's finally giving me something back.
Stick.
You know Arnold Palmer?
Iced tea, lemonade, mix it.
I'm missing a nap for this.
Streaming June 4th on Apple TV Plus.
Let's head over to the 77 WABC Sports Desk. Here's Justin Alec.
Thank you, Noah Maladen. Start here on the hardwood at the Garden. The Knicks lost to the visiting LA Clippers by a score of 126-113, preventing New York from clinching a playoff berth. They were looking to follow Cleveland and Boston and become the third team to wrap up a spot in the East. Coming up next for them, the Blizzard, the Bucks in Milwaukee tomorrow night. In Brooklyn, the Nets were losers as well. They got walloped 116-86 by the visiting Toronto Raptors. They'll be back out there tomorrow night at home when they welcome in the aforementioned Los Angeles Clippers. Are 1-8 in their last 9, 2-15 in the last 17. Season can end soon enough for them. Getting back to the NCAA men's basketball tournament today, after a couple of days in limbo there, we pick up the Sweet 16 tonight, 7:09 p.m. tip-off. 6-seed BYU against 2-seed Alabama. Alabama there, 5.5-point favorites in the East region. In the West region, you get 4-seed Maryland and 1-seed Florida at 7:39 tonight. Florida there, 6.5-point favorites. Duke, the 1-seed in the East region, they're 9.5-point favorites against 4-seed Arizona. That's tonight at 9:39 p.m. and 10:09 p.m. You get 3-seed Texas Tech, 5.5-point favorites against 10-seed Arkansas. Obviously beating the St. Johnny's in the last round, Calipari's team there in the West region. So looking forward to that, and then you get four more games of the Sweet 16 tomorrow, no? To the ice in the NHL we go. The Islanders fell 5-2 at home to the Vancouver Canucks. The Islanders remain on the outside of the Eastern Conference playoff picture after losing 3 of 4 on a 4-game homestand. Up next for them, they'll play at Tampa Bay come Saturday. In Chicago, Luke Hughes had 3 assists. Jesper Bratt chipped in with 2. And the Devils ended their 3-game losing streak with a 5-3 win over the Chicago Blackhawks. They'll visit the Jets next come tomorrow night in Winnipeg. And, of course, today, we're all looking forward to it, 3 p.m. for the Yankees, 4:10 p.m. for the Mets. It is opening day, game 1 of 162 for our local powerhouse ball clubs here. The Yanks will welcome in.
Will they be powerhouse ball clubs this season, you think?
Yeah, both of them will be.
Really?
Yeah. The American League is weak enough that the Yankees can still do a lot of damage with what they've got, despite those injuries, obviously, to Garrett Cole and to others. So Luis Gil, of course, being one of those names. So you lose a couple of big starting pitchers in your starting rotation, but you should be able to still do a good amount of damage, at least in that AL East. Really, the only team that should be threatening you in that AL East are the Baltimore Orioles, but consensus is that they are not necessarily over that hump of developing those young guys to the point where they can, surpass the Yankees and all that experience in that clubhouse.
Well, this Brewer team that they're playing today is pretty good, actually.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah.
And Milwaukee's been good for the past handful of years. It's a good franchise. It's just people forget that Milwaukee has a baseball team sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, the Brewers are great. I like the Brewers. In terms of a national league team, they're a fun team. They got a fun stadium. They slide down the guy from the mascot in the slide, and they're the Brewers, so they brew beer all day. That's fun. What's not to like about the Brewers?
And what about the Mets? Are the Mets going to back their way into postseason?
Of course, okay. Yeah. I think that for the Mets, you're still not on the same level as the LA Dodgers because they're just a cheat code at this point. But the Mets are right there, just a notch below, and I think it's NLCS or bust for the Mets this season. And to be honest, if I'm a Mets fan this year and you go out and you make the sort of moves that this team did in the offseason, it really is World Series or bust. You got to get over that hump. You got to beat these LA Dodgers. That's the key. That's why you go and get Juan Soto. You know what I'm saying?
We'll find out come September if you're correct.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. Yeah. That's your sports. I'm Justin Ellick on 77 WABC.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit ActiveDay.com to apply.